Flipping hell. It's been a good start. It's been a great start. I've been enjoying it. I've been like, it's been something just to look forward to every week as well before we come and do anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like a nice little reset for the week. Mondays. I look forward to Mondays now, which is mental.
I was thinking if that is going to be our regular consistent. I kind of like it better than the Sunday one for me now. It's just a great way to kickstart the week.
Oh, it makes sense, to be honest. It feels good. But yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll just get straight into it.
Okay.
Alvin's running a bit late, so when he gets here, he will magically appear on the screen via the power of editing. But hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shin Pad Podcast. I'm your host, Abs. I'm here with my boy, my guy Will. As always, Alvin's going to be on the way soon, as you just heard. Man, a hectic weekend of Premier League football. But, you know, before we get into anything related to what happened over the weekend, Will, what have you got in your shin pad for me, mate?
What we've got in a shin pad today. It's another one where I've actually been dying to get through this. So on social media, I think I was reacting to a post from DR Sports Media. Even though a bunch of accounts have been talking about this, but it was about the Florian Wirtz 007. Guys, my head is on Mars about this. My head is on Mars about this. Because I had a huge debate and with random people, like some Instagram comment section, and it surprised me because when I made the comment, I made it a bit firmly, but it was a bit of a here and there comment. It was genuinely something I didn't think would spark debate. So I said Florian Wirtz isn't 007 because if you're including his competitive games, and that's exactly what it said in this graphic as well, like included the Atletico Madrid game. So it wasn't anything like, Premier League only.
Yeah.
Just his first several competitive games. He's already got an assist against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. And people were killing me for this. That's a friendly. But I was like, no. Quick Google search will show you it's an official game recognised by the English Football Association and UEFA. It's officially recognised as a Super Cup.
Oh, brilliant.
And even though I'm not one of those people who's like, Community Shield is a major trophy. You know, some people try to spin it. That's what I was saying. I wasn't. I'm just saying it's an official game. He got an assist for the goal Ekitike scored in that game. So why is it?
Let me tell you one thing though. He literally just played the ball 2 yards into Ekitike's feet. And
it was so slick. It was way better than what you're describing. It was such a nice... I think even though Ekitike really made that link-up play as good as it was, but it was good involvement from Wirtz. Not a complicated pass for sure, but definitely a legit assist.
Fair enough, bro. And hey, to be honest, if it gets to the point where you're latching on something like that, maybe it proves that the 007 has done its job. If you know what I mean, like
it's proper. The rage bait works so well. It actually almost ruined my Sunday because I was just because the amount of people that were just commenting on the thing throughout the day, and I just kept getting spoiled. I was just like, oh man, these guys are actually been really annoying. You know, but yeah, that's definitely my gripe. Honestly, I was fuming about that. I will admit, Florian Wirtz has not started off great. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that, but you know, this 007 thing is like. It's just, to me, it's like the pushing, and I said it before, a previous one, like just pushing the agendas no matter what. For me, I'm not with that.
Yeah, I hear it. I get it totally, man. I hear it, man. You sound very frustrated, bro.
Yes, I had to let that.
Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, it makes total sense, bro. I get it. I was one who was celebrating the Wirtz 007, to be honest. Yeah, man. It's to be fair, this week was the first time. We'll get into it in a bit, but it's the first time that we couldn't really ignore Wirtz's non-involvement in games because it actually ended up in a negative result for the team this time. But we'll get into that in a little bit later. Sure. What's in my shin pad this week? I've got an iron. Yeah, I've got an iron, and that's because next, if this carries on, the form that Chelsea have been on, if it carries on, I will have to iron my 3-piece suit. For getting ready to get into the dugout. I will apply for the managerial role of Chelsea Football Club.
Are we talking a hostile takeover?
We are talking extremely hostile takeover. We're talking a Somali pirate, extremely hostile boarding of the ship and taking over of the ship. I am the captain now. That's what we're going to be saying. If you know what I mean, man. But yeah, man, it's getting to that point where I was literally looking at my shirt and tie today and I was thinking, do I come in it? was the same last week. I was thinking, do I come in the shirt and tie to label and to state my intent, to make a statement of intent of how I feel? But I thought about it. I've given it some time, and not quite yet. But we will be there. We will be there. Speaking of that,
Okay.
I think there's no better way to start this weekend than with another Chelsea loss. Oh no,
Yikes.
we suck again. That's how
Oh
I
my
feel, bro.
gosh.
That's how I feel. We suck.
I gotta say,
Chelsea
though,
1, Brighton 3, another red card.
yeah.
Go on. What do you got to say?
I wanted to ask you a question before we got into analyzing the game.
Okay.
And that was what you were expecting going into this game. Because I felt like as a rival fan, Brighton, from what I've noticed, Brighton is your bogey. Even though you don't always do great against Crystal Palace as well, they're probably a honourable mention. But I feel like Brighton is your bogey team. So even if it's home or away, did you really were you
beat them-
confident in a win?
We beat them 4-2 at home last season. At home, we generally do better. It's been a bogey team over the last couple seasons because we've not been as great. But I don't think they're like Sunderland back in the day. They were our bogey team. You know what I mean? We've had real bogey teams in the Premier League where it's like you don't know what happens. You just can't do nothing. Brighton, we controlled that whole first half.
Yes.
The whole first half we controlled. We did very well. We didn't score as many goals. Fine. That's where half-time's for. Half-time's to come in and to have a little reset and do some tactical tweaks and manage in-game and get that message across to the players so that when they come back out, they can start off well, which they did. They came out, I think 5 minutes after the first half, we scored the goal. We went 1-0 up. And then that's it. We stopped playing after that. Literally, if you go on FotMob, and I hate using this as a barometer, but it kind of visualizes the predicament that Chelsea were in. We scored the goal, and there's momentum charts.
Yes.
After that goal, zilch, it went down. The momentum was full on. The rest of the game, the momentum was that bright before even the red card. People will say that the red card is what changed the game. I don't think it was. Before that, we showed an intent of, you know what, we've scored one goal, we're happy with that. And that's what it seemed like from the manager. Reece James, at first, I don't know if you watched the game, but at first he was taking up really good positions, high, wide, getting in some cross into box. Again, another assist for Reece James. Fantastic cross across. Enzo Fernandez gets his head onto it. And Reece James being in that position, the last couple of weeks, I've been complaining about him not playing high and wide for so long. That's and true. He's finally getting that opportunity, and he's getting returns, and he's helping the team with decisive contributions. As soon as we scored, you know what, Reece James, it's fine. You don't need to overlap anymore. Invert, mate. Stay in the middle of the pitch where we'll just pass the ball sideways again. We won't really threaten, and we'll just walk around, and then the red card happens. And to be honest with you, I didn't feel like this was as clear of a red as people think. Firstly, Chalobah gets minimal contact on the ball, but he gets contact on the ball first. Right. Then the ball knocks on the head, and I feel like it's out of the striker's reach at that point. When Chalobah does make the second contact and the attacker falls down.
Yeah.
I felt like the ball was out of his reach. The referee at first kind of probably had the same thinking and was like, you know what? I won't give that as a red or a foul, because it's those moments in a game where it's like the attacker wasn't really in a position to go in and score, if you know what I mean. The ball had already kind of bounced away from him. But VAR, as they do, bring it back and say, we think you've made a mistake here. But it's one of those decisions where I feel like if you leave it to refs, and 25 refs were to ref a game, 12 would give that decision, 12 would give the other, and one would be here or there. Do you know what I mean? It would be something like that. I didn't think it was a stonewaller red card, but at the end of the day, it's a red card. Again, Enzo Maresca proves my point. The fact that he has no clue what to do when we go down to 10 men, and when we go down to 10 men, he this time he takes off Andre Santos, who was the extra midfielder, and he made the mistake.
It was his mistake that led to it.
It was his mistake that led to it for sure. But he had a good game apart from that. But the reason he was at right back building up was because of Maresca. And Reece James had just come off the pitch because he was injured. He just had a small quick knock. The two physios come on, whatever, the 30-second rule, you have to go off the pitch, right?
Yep, that's true.
Reece James was off the pitch. Andrew Santos has to take up that right back position and build up. Why? You've got 10 men now on the pitch because Reece James is off getting treated. Just go along. Just go along. You don't have to build out the back. Just go along. Heavy touch from Andrew Santos leaves him chasing the ball back under pressure, falls over. They're in on goal. It's whatever. Red card's given. He takes off Andre Santos. He brings on a centre back in Josh Achampong. Achampong really well when he came on. Again, from the time we had the red, I could see there was gaps still in Brighton because what they did straight away was take off a defender and bring on an attacker because, you know what I mean? Why not? I can still see those gaps in Brighton. We refused to play. We just kept giving them the ball back, saying, you know what? Come attack us. Come attack us. And it was goal after goal after goal after goal. I can't lie, it could have been more than 3-1.
There's another one where Welbeck is, again, reason why I say Brighton is a bogey team for you, because I feel like I've seen multiple games now where Welbeck in particular is grabbing a goal.
Yeah, he bags against us.
Either to equalise or win the game
yeah.
often. So, you know.
Yeah, I think it's pretty damning. Even when I was here last week, you guys can go back and watch it. I said I wasn't confident we beat Brighton. I was not confident that we beat Brighton. Before the game started even, to my little brother, I know I was teasing him or whatever, but I said, hey, I think we lose this 3-1.
Yikes.
We lost 3-1. That's where it's like, you know what, red card or not, I've seen days where Mourinho was managing Chelsea. I remember a game where we went down to 9 men. John Terry was in goal. We still got the 3 points. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like it's obviously it's different personnel and these sort of things. Yeah, 100%. But when a manager has that belief and that grit and that tactical nous in those moments to stable the team and to get things calm on the pitch, they'll be able to get results from lapses of concentration like Andrew Santos had, and we had a mistake.
Right.
It's only one man down. You're not like 4 people down. I know it makes a difference, but it's not that big of a difference. We've seen many times where big teams like City would get a red card against the smaller side and still go on to batter them.
Yeah. Is it hard to use City as an example? Because the times you're thinking of,
I know.
If it's the times I'm thinking of, it's Man City at their best.
At their best, yeah.
So I was just saying, Brighton brought on a player. You said you felt like there was gaps in the team for Brighton, but
City. We were talking about City.
Yes, Prime City going down to
Alvin's fucking magically appeared. How did you get here, mate?
Wait, some things I just can't see on the camera, man.
Fair enough, but we'll jump back in. We'll jump right back in.
Good to have you, man.
Good to be back.
Great pleasure to have you. But yeah, we was talking about the Chelsea game, and so I was saying, there's been times where Manchester City have been 10 men and they've come away with the result because they've got that nous, that know-how, obviously. And you could say, I think your point was to be like the quality is on a different level with those City teams. 100%, 100%, I get it. But I notice patterns. Do you know what I mean? And when Enzo Maresca goes down to 10 men, he decides the first part of the pitch that he wants to decimate are the wingers. Mm-hmm. He took off again in this game. Neto comes off a bit later on, and he takes off Estevao as well. And with those two coming off, he took off Estevao and he brought on Malo Gusto, who got ripped apart for their second goal.
Yeah, I was about to say, wow, he's been in
and you know what his justification was? I'm going to get so pissed now just thinking about this guy, bro. You know what his justification was for bringing on Gusto?
No.
He said, who's that tricky winger that Brighton got? Minter.
Yeah.
He said Yankuba Minter was one-on-one with Reece and we wanted to give him some help. When Malo Gusto was defending that time, do you see Reece anywhere near there? So how is Reece getting help when he's not even there? Reece was in midfield doing what you told him to do. But he said we wanted it to be 2v1 against Minter. It was not 2v1 once against Minter the whole time. So the reason you brought the guy on is obsolete.
Right.
We're here again. And Estevao comes on off, who looked very dangerous. Mm-hmm. That get he oh my god, there was one run he made where he nutmegged the guy, skipped past another two, drove into the box. Bro, that whole pace, the impact that you can have to try and get someone on the break, one ball over the top, nothing. Do you know who was playing up top alongside Joao Pedro towards the end of the game? Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, but the same.
And with Enzo Fernandez, what did I say last week?
There's no legs. No
Exactly.
legs.
It's a -1 already. With Enzo Fernandez on the pitch, you're already -1. So you got 10 men, you're 9 men. Take him off. He was playing up front with João Pedro. Anytime the ball comes to him, it can't stick. He can't move. He can't move. He doesn't have the mobility. So at the end of the day, Enzo Maresca got it wrong again. I know the red cards are a big talking point, and again, that is, I think, down to the coach. Why are your players so ill disciplined when it comes to these things? Why are they getting into situations where they're being compromised in this way? You have to think about it. It has to come back in some way, shape, or form to the system and the way that we're playing at the minute.
To piggyback off of that, I wanted to get everyone's view on that situation involving Minter and Caicedo. Then Dunk coming in as
Van
well.
Heck, was it?
Oh, was it?
I think it was. I think it was Van Heck. You know,
I feel like Minter
where
was also involved.
I think someone grabbed Caicedo's arm, and then Caicedo went bang, like punched his arm off of him, and he fell on the ground. Was that the situation you're talking about? Or?
Basically, I mean, I can't even remember the initial incident. I just remember the crowd of players that got involved.
Yeah. It was massive brawl. Poor. Badiashile, who's barely kicked the ball for how long for Chelsea, was in the middle of that. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, if you're just doing this to try and score some brownie points with the fans or something, this is not something that you need to be doing right now. Rob Sanchez trying to drag him off. It's a mess. It's a mess, man. The team has no class on the pitch. You're losing the game and you're out here wasting time on a brawl. It's exactly what Brighton want.
Do you reckon at this point then Maresca's lost the team? Like,
I'm not sure if he's lost the team. I'm not sure if he's lost the team. I'm hearing worrying things coming out from journalists saying that the team weren't fans of the way he played last season. A lot of the squad didn't want Pochettino to leave before. Yeah, I think it's starting to become pretty dark, pretty fast, to be honest. The honeymoon of the Club World Cup is well gone, and Chelsea are in a rut, well and truly in a rut. But we'll see how things go from here on out. It is unfortunate, but yeah. The one saving grace, though, is that there were quite a number of big teams that lost this weekend. Liverpool won, Crystal Palace 2. Ismail Assar, bro, first game back from injury, the guy just scores. Yeah. And you know what's mad, yeah? I was saying to my brother, the guy's always in the right place at the right time. His goal catalogue, if you watch it, yeah, there's some impressive goals in there. 90%, I think, are in the box.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just gets there. He just knows. I don't know. He's got a sixth sense.
He does have very, very good goal scoring instinct. That's why I was so surprised. His career, almost before he came back to join Palace, it seemed like his career was stalling.
It was stagnating a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then that's what I wasn't quite sure because from what I'd seen from Watford, I remember people. In my opinion, they tried to rush these Sadio Mane comparisons too early. But definitely, he was a bright spark at Watford.
Yeah.
He's really coming to his own now at Crystal Palace. But I think what's gone on with Crystal Palace here, despite the fact that they're my team's bogey team, I think. But I'm always full of praise for Crystal Palace because they're just so well coached. And it's so easy to respect.
To be honest, last season when we was doing so bad, they were my team that I loved to watch.
Yeah.
I had Mateta in my FPL for a long period of where they started playing really well. Because they had a rough start to the beginning of the season last year. And then they had that brilliant period where they didn't lose for a number of games. And yeah, I had Mateta in and I loved him. I was singing the boom with you know what I mean? Loved every moment. And they're so well drilled and they've got quality in their team. Such good players in their team still. And you know what's good with Palace as well? They have players that you wouldn't even have heard of now that are there in the reserves or just underneath the team that are ready to pop back in or to pop in and make a mark. Like young players that if they were good scouting network of young players there that are ready to come in. But yeah, I can't lie. I thought you guys managed to do it again when you got that equaliser.
Yeah.
And in such controversial manner as well. How was that even allowed to stand?
It was wild. It looked like a very obvious handball-ish call, but I'll be honest with you, shamelessly, I'm not caring about that because to me, their first goal, I'm not a fan of that being given as a corner.
True.
Before that, so to me,
no, but that's refereeing where you can't really make the VAR call in corner decisions, if you know what I mean.
I'd agree with that, but it's more me. It's more of a universe balancing thing.
Yeah,
thing for
I
me.
know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
so
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like when one huge call goes against you, granted not a refereeing call, but when one decision goes against you, and then all of a sudden you get allowed another one. I don't feel too much sympathy for Crystal Palace. Where I then start feeling really annoyed is, if I'm being honest, Crystal Palace should have been battering us by the end of the first half.
It was mental.
But it was just another one of those games where, he doesn't always do it necessarily every week in an obvious way, but every now and then he'll have a game where he's really showing his levels, and that's what Alisson
yeah, I was
can
gonna
bring to the
say-
team.
I
I
was
think
gonna
he's
say, yeah.
genuinely one of the, if not maybe top three most important Liverpool players.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
For what he can do.
Yeah, because he's not under the caution all the time, but this game he was, and I think he made
Yeah.
like 3 saves in that first half.
I think so, possibly even a little more.
Yeah,
Because
it
I felt
was
like Palace
crazy.
could have had, in my mind, I felt like they could have had 4 goals.
Yeah,
that first half.
it was pretty mad, but yeah, that Salah in involvement in the handball. I honestly was like, you know what, yeah, this guy, bruv, they might as well give him the assist for it. You know what I mean? give him the assist for it as well, bro. He just hit his hand and he's managed to, yeah. But to be honest, a great finish from Nketiah at the end. Ball drops to him. It's very easy to be rash in that moment, but he keeps it low, pushes it through the keeper's legs, and I think that's 18 unbeaten
It is 18
for
unbeaten.
Palace right now.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
I do have to say this one thing though. When Palace beat us the way that they did, I did realize, I was like, oh, you know what? Yeah, no wonder everyone's been foaming at the mouth to see Liverpool lose. Because if I wasn't a Liverpool fan watching Liverpool do this week after week after week, I'd be sick to my stomach too.
Mate,
so then when you get a taste of your own medicine in that regard, it's like, it's like, oh, I almost have to respect it. GG's. Almost do.
To be honest, you guys have put yourself in a position though where a game like this shouldn't knock you too bad, in my opinion.
I don't think so. I think people have been blowing out of proportion. I think people, obviously, we talk about hate watchers so much. I think people are now watching Liverpool play live regardless of their supportership. And yeah, everyone's come to this sort of consensus agreement. I think even Liverpool fans as well. The team is not playing well, really at all. I don't think they've had one good 90 minutes. I've only seen fragments
Glimpses.
of good performances.
But they're still getting the points on the board
Exactly.
until the last game, and that's against a very formidable Palace side, one of the best teams in the league at that started this season.
Second in the league now.
Yeah, so there you go. One of the best starts to the league this season, and it comes back to I'm not trying to take credit for it, but when they did lose Eze, I did say that they can still get points on the board because the way that their system was set up, especially last season, didn't rely so heavily on Eze, if you know what I mean. So now with Sarr coming back in, Mateta there, and most of their creation coming from their wing backs.
Also, Jeremy Pino, I think we still have to see how he's going to evolve.
Exactly, how he's going to evolve,
in the
develop.
team
Yeah.
as well.
Kamada looks good though. He's one of those experienced players who can just come in and do a solid job, a solid 7 out of 10.
But he's not playing in his position though. That's why with Kamada, that's why I actually felt like that game was for the taking for Liverpool. Because I felt like he wasn't playing in the position where he's actually there. But still, this Crystal Palace team, man.
They just work.
Honestly.
They just work, man. And they all work for each other, and they've all bought into what the coach has got. He's being linked with Manchester United at the minute, Glasner, which I would hate to see happen, to be honest.
Yeah.
But speaking of Manchester United, it looks like they do need a manager because flipping hell. Manchester United won, Brentford 3.
Yeah.
Before the game, again, I was talking with my bro and I was like to him, oh man, like if we lose again today, I'm done. I'm supporting Brentford. That just doesn't take the piss in it. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna go get an Igor Thiago shirt. Go downstairs to watch the game. I think we're like 10-15 minutes in. Igor Thiago, bang, 1-0. And what a finish that first goal was. Incredible finish. And then they went 2. And it was like, you know what? Nothing could go wrong here. And then finally, the big man, Benjamin Sesko, gets his goal. Did you guys see his goal?
Yeah, it was a little...
10 bites of the cherry.
You know what I'm saying? It was literally it was like juggle, like
10
circus.
bites of the cherry, bro. They let him all that time, everything. I think he accumulated 0.65 XG in that one phase. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because he shot keeper saved, shot off the line, shot come back to him, and then he scored. It's like,
Full shots on
yeah,
target,
it was
there.
insane. It was insane.
Stat padding, man.
He's stat padding for real.
Gosh, dang, man.
But yeah, man, United were torn apart on the transition. Brentford, man, long ball over the top, and it was just in every time.
Yep.
Bayern did all right, to be honest. He saved what he could. I think it would have been way worse if he wasn't in goal.
Yeah.
I think it could have been 5-6 for Brentford. But United, this is not working. If there's been a time to get rid of the coach, it was probably 3 weeks ago, to be honest. Like, you come up against a Chelsea side who gifted you the game, literally on a silver platter, and you still just about scrape through. Do you know what I mean? That should have been massive warning signs, man. Like, when is it going to be time for this guy to go?
It's a good question. I think United are notorious for giving like their managers at least a good length of time.
Put a mic a bit closer.
So yeah, like you know, your Moyes, your Van Gaals, even your Ten Hags and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think with the amount they spend as well, coming off, you know, I guess making it to like the Europa League final, I feel like they still feel like there's some minerals in the team that they can, you know, leach out and, you know, get the best out of the team.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if he's there to the end of the year, but obviously with the way they're going, if it sticks to the end of the season, there's no chance he makes it. They
might be in a serious relegation battle if it comes to that point, man. They were in it last year almost, so who says it won't happen? No, I don't think it'll be that bad, but they do need to get Europe, in my opinion, this season. They need to get into Europe. 2 seasons out of Europe for any big side is detrimental to their financial situations. So they need to get into Europe. Mate, it's even at the point now where you don't even want to banter United fans anymore, bro. It's just life. It's just literally reality. It's just dead, bro.
Dead. You don't get that pleasure out of you know, kicking a dead body.
Corpse. Yeah, bro. It's a dead corpse, man. But we'll go over to the other side of Manchester. I don't want to spend too long on that United game. We'll go to the other side of Manchester. Manchester City 5, Burnley 1. City, man. Funny game. Because they go 1-0 up, and you're thinking it's going to be standard business here. And then Jadon Anthony pops up with the equaliser. Things get very shaky after that point. Things get extremely shaky until, who is it, I guess? Is it Doku that scored? No.
It was an own goal.
It was on goal first, and then I don't know who got the second, but the second kind of steadied the ship. And then they get the third, Oscar Bob. And it's game over at that point. I think like 85, 86 minutes. And Erling Haaland decides, I need a goal. Doku does fantastically well on the left. Crosses the ball in. He grabs it from behind him. The ball comes behind him like there. He swings his foot and manages to flip and direct it towards the goal and get it in. I was like, what a finish, man. This guy's an absolute joke. And then 90 plus 3 minutes, the referee's basically waiting to blow the whistle. Long ball goes up in the air. 2 Burnley defenders umming and ahhing about it. Oh, what the fuck we do here? It drops on their head. They mess it up. And guess who's sneaking behind them, waiting for them to fuck up? Erling Haaland. He's there to get his second of the game and the last kick of the game. Like 90 minutes plus 3. And he scored at the last second. When he scores, the ref blows his whistle. I was like, this shows the levels of this guy, bro. He doesn't stop. Even for a second, he doesn't stop. And I'm glad Pep didn't take him off. Because I triple captain, did you see? Erling Haaland! Haalando! I can't lie, if I didn't triple captain him, my week would have been dead. Dead! Absolutely dead. I think I'd be on like 40 points or whatever. But we'll talk about FPL later. But I'm so happy he played 90 plus whatever minutes because usually he gets subbed off for like 80, 85 minutes, right?
Especially with Champions League football.
Exactly, which means he would have not gotten his goal. But he managed to get 2 goals and an assist in this game. And stole the 3 bonus at the end. I was absolutely flying. But it was a funny game because it wasn't a 5-1 game in my opinion.
It wasn't.
It turned out that way though. What did you guys think? And you guys get anything from that? Or
yeah, so I managed to tune in for the second half. But yeah, it felt like, you know what, Burnley, obviously coming as a new side back in the Prem, I feel like they did their best defending against, one of the best teams in Europe. But it's like, you know what, City just have, they're built for this. They're built to be on the back foot. So it was like inevitable. I didn't think, like you said, it was going to be a 5-1 game.
Yeah.
But I feel like 2-1-3-1.
Yeah, I agree with you. As soon as I saw them set up and they was trying to close their bum and trying to you lock the back door and do you know what I mean? Try and sustain being under pressure for that period of time.
Yeah.
City are made for that.
Yeah.
Because what do? They get the ball out wide to a Doku and they target the wide areas and they get balls into the box and they're relentless.
Yeah.
Which is what you should do against low blocks. As a Maresca. But yeah, man, dominant performance from City. I feel like, again, they're not quite there yet, but if they can still keep shaking off the early season jitters that they had, maybe build a bit of momentum with a guy like Erling Haaland, mate, as long as you can give him chances, he'll keep scoring, if you know what I mean. And I think things will be good for them. But yeah, moving into the first draw that we've got here. Tottenham 1, Wolves 1. These bastards stole it. Robbed it.
Yeah.
I thought Wolves were going to get their first win of the season, and they were so close. They were so close until Palhinha, with probably one of the best stoppage time goals I've seen in quite a while. Like, ball just drops to him, first time finish, right into the bottom corner.
Crazy.
Yikes. Like, and it warranted the celebration. He ripped off his shirt and he started going absolutely crazy.
Berserk.
Yeah, which I understand, man. You win the game like that,
point,
not
yeah.
win, but if you manage to get a point like that in the last dying embers of the game,
Why not?
it is massive. To be fair, I feel bad for Wolves though.
Mm.
But it does feel like even though Spurs got their point in the end, it still would be 2 points dropped because Wolves were looking like the worst team in the league up until the game started.
Exactly.
Right.
I think he decided to drop Pedro Porro this game. Went for started Jed Spence.
Yeah.
Which is I like Jed Spence as a player, but in terms of the creativity that Porro has, especially against these smaller teams, if you've got a right back like Porro who can get balls into the box and set pieces and has got a lethal shot on him as well, it gives you another dynamic. But he didn't start, obviously. Jed Spence started. It was a bit of a different team. But again, they've managed to avoid a loss, Spurs, so I guess it's still alright, not the end of the world. It's not like they were going for a title or anything, so
Yeah. It's interesting. I think. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say just quickly. I don't think we can chuck it down to that because to me, if you play against the worst team in the league at home, it has to be a W.
I agree.
Honestly, and
Yeah.
they played poorly.
Yeah.
You could even argue lucky to have the point.
Yeah, I
So-
definitely agree with that.
Sure.
No.
So
No,
to me, like it was a disaster. Honestly, I
Yeah.
gotta think Thomas Frank has to look at his team and think, there's definitely holes in this team now because it's just more not more the same. They're definitely playing better than last season, but still inconsistent. Like not even the performances aren't always bad or whatever, but getting ahead of teams on a regular basis is not really happening. Honestly,
Yeah.
like the game against Man City now to me is looking more like a purple patch rather than indicative of where they actually are.
Exactly. That's what I agree. And to be fair, who impressed me in this game? Kudus looked really good.
Yeah.
He looked really shy. He looked like the only Spurs attacker that was willing to take the game on properly and go through it, which I think is a shame. They really need to get their stuff together because they've got some tough fixtures coming up, and I don't think they'll be able to get away with it the way that they did in this game. But moving on from this game, I don't think there's much else to add there. Another game, another result that was stolen in the last 10, 15 minutes. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1.
Oh, I was sick. seeing that.
And what makes this even more sickening is that it's Gabriel. It's from a set piece. Set piece again, man. Set piece FC. I don't know what they're on, but you know what? Newcastle opened and scoring here. Great header from Nick Watermada. And I thought they could have done more in terms of they looked good. And Arsenal were lacking a lot in that first half, especially.
Yeah.
And then Marino comes on, and I'm looking at it like, I even said it in my group chat. I was like, "Blood, you guys need to win." And Marino's coming on, literally 2 minutes after he scored, and I was like, "Oh shit, I've just been shut up." Mate, a fantastic header, to be honest, and a great delivery from Rice as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic header, and then
sure.
when you guys scored that one, I was like, "Oh, they've managed to steal a point." Is what it is.
Yeah.
Then they get a corner. Arsenal get a corner. Nick Pope decides to come into no man's land to claim this corner. Obviously, he's not going to get there. And then Gabriel has an open goal to just nod the ball into. He jumps up, massively.
First
All credit
amazing.
to Gabriel. He jumps up, he massive, gets that goal. Flipping out, man. Arsenal managed to steal at the death. It would have been a very different review of the game if you guys didn't get a result, in my opinion, because it looked like Arteta was again a bit afraid to go for it. But towards the end of the game, you guys were fully going for it and throwing guys into the final third and getting balls into the box and throwing the kitchen sink at it. I thought that was refreshing.
Yeah.
From a perspective of you're looking at Arteta. But yeah, what did you think of him?
So yeah, obviously we could obviously talk about the should have been given penalty, but
yes, that is a massive talking point. I thought that was definitely a pen.
Yeah.
I was quite
any
shocked.
day of the week. That's a pen.
Yeah, I was quite
But
shocked to be
It was
honest.
just like seeing the amount of things that have been overturned for us. It was just like, this is another day. Another day of footy. So it's
Saka
like
said it in the interview afterwards as well. Like
Exactly.
these decisions are always going against you.
exactly. Even Arteta's reaction, you can see when it happened, he laughed off. He was like, yeah, classic, But it's just like, you know how he talked about like kind of like a universal kind of balance in terms of like karma and whatnot.
Exactly.
So then when people talking about Gabriel should have been sent off, for punching Waterman in the face, and he had a handball when he slid a block.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, good. Like this is
Yeah,
really
I actually
what goes around comes around.
thought they'd give that handball because of how much they were looking at it. Even though I didn't agree because his arm was already
When you
there
slide,
and it kind of flicks up off his leg. But I get at the end of the day, in my opinion, they need to make it very clear what's going on with handballs because again, we saw one in the Fulham. We'll get into it later, but in the Fulham Villa game, where Josh King shoots. And Matty Cash was going down.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Clear pen. What's going on? Why aren't they sorting this out? They need to properly. Mate, there was so many poor refereeing decisions this weekend.
Yeah, it was dark.
Absolutely dreadful. We'll get into it later. There was one in the Nottingham Forest Sunderland game as well. Flipping dreadful. So bad. The level of refereeing in the Premier League. I can't even begin to describe how bad it is.
Yeah.
Because in every game you go into, you're expecting there to be a wrong decision.
Yep.
Which shouldn't be the case. Shouldn't be the case at all, especially with VAR. But then the VAR come in and make it somehow worse.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever this bad before VAR.
Really? Yeah, same. I agree with you actually.
Honestly,
the things will just happen. I don't remember being like, oh, we really need VAR. I don't ever remember thinking we really need VAR.
I think it was mainly only going to be for like offside rules.
Yeah,
And then it's
offside
just-
and stuff like that. I get it because we've been robbed previously where a player is totally onside, where it's like that's a robbery. But in terms of if a referee makes a call on the pitch, it made for at least a bit of an excuse. If you come into work or to school the other day and be like, oh, should have been a red, should have been a this, should have been a that. VAR's here now, and there's still kind of an element of that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be, man. You've got so many replays to watch the damn thing again. Get it right.
Genuinely.
It's hard to pick a main issue with VAR, but if I could, I've always had an issue with this whole clear and obvious intervention part of it because it's never been consistently applied. We're seeing weekend to weekend. We'll go into it more when we cover Fulham, but Marco Silva's been saying it like against Chelsea last weekend. You gave a penalty for a certain handball, almost the exact same situation in our favour. We're not getting the penalty, and it does now bring into question. We'll be careful with saying it, but it's like, why is it that referees in the same league have such a different way of perceiving situations in football? Because it's not like these guys are just refereeing for the first time. They've been refereeing for donkey's years,
and
then
they
at
all
the top
work
level for a
together.
while.
They all come together. They all meet at the same place. They all train together. They all talk together. So it doesn't take much to drill a certain way. This is what this is. This is what this is. This is what that is. I'm sure. To be honest, my dad watches quite a lot of Italian football, and he says Italian refs, they don't mess around.
I don't rate them though, and I
There's-
watch a fair
obviously,
bit.
there's their own issues there as well. But it's not even just Italians. It's when you look across even the Champions League, there's a lot less issues when you're in the Champions League than there is in the Premier League on the weekend.
I think in international tournaments, generally speaking,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why don't we, as the best league in the world, employ the best in class? Why is it always English referees? And it was only English referees until they decided to hire Jared Gillett, who's Australian. I don't even think we've seen a Welsh referee. Have we even seen a Scottish referee? you know what I mean? But they're bringing some Australian guy. What is going on? Honestly, what's going on? But if you can, I don't mind. If you're gonna bring the Australian guy, where's the fucking German? Where's the Italian? Where's the hire the best in class?
Yeah.
Stop giving these jobs to your mates. That's what they're doing. They're all giving each other the jobs. Andy Madley, do you remember Andy Madley, the guy who Bobby Madley, sorry?
Yes.
Bobby Madley, the guy who got in trouble for doing whatever he did with allegedly, whatever happened. He lost his job at the FA.
Yeah.
They hired his brother the next year.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't realize
Andy Madley, who's a referee now in the
forgot
Premier
about
League,
that,
is
yeah.
Bobby Madley's brother.
Crazy. Nepotism.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just it's rotten from the inside out. But we were talking about Arsenal, Newcastle before we got into VAR. A great result for Arsenal, in my opinion. And yeah, you're with that loss from Liverpool, you guys are right back in it.
I will say this as well. Even when we went 0 down, I feel like the way we responded was a lot better than we have in previous games. When
Yes.
we went 0 down. So even if we had lost per se, it would have been a tough one to swallow, obviously with the ref decision and whatnot. But again, St James Park, I think in more recent times is a fortress. Like defensively, their system was set up so great. Eddie Howe did amazing. I feel like for what he did, what he did as well, like the team, I feel like they held it down for the best they could. Obviously, I think the response with the subs were perfect as well. I feel like it was the right time as well.
Exactly.
This time in terms of his game.
That's where I've had my criticism of Arteta is because he's not done what he did today before.
Exactly.
And if he continues doing that, then you guys will come good because he needs to take that risk in those final moments of the game.
Exactly. But yeah, just a quick thing before we move on. I know I missed a little segment, but I brought a little something to my Shin Pad related.
Oh,
to
okay,
this.
sweet.
okay.
Yeah, we're going. Hey,
So-
midway in our Shin Pad, pull it out.
This is my love from when I used to do karate.
Oh, he's sick.
Fantastic, you can imagine. But it basically relates to the game as well. Like,
Let's
so
go.
obviously, you can imagine with Gabriel and Mortimer there,
I knew straight away.
you know,
He said,
give him a little, you know what I mean? Like, but basically, the point about this is like,
Yeah, crazy.
shit house room football,
Yeah.
just keep it in.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, it's not nice to get punched in the face, but like, you know, sometimes the stakes come for it. You gotta do a little. Obviously, you're not seriously injuring someone, but keep it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I've always loved it. I think it's always part of the sport, the passion. If you need to win, you need to throw people off mind games.
100%.
Let's keep it in.
Listen, I love it. I love it, bro. I appreciate you bringing that
No
as well,
worries,
man.
no
That's
worries.
sick. That's cold. But yeah, moving on to what we were speaking about, actually, the penalty with Fulham. Aston Villa 3, Fulham 1. Aston Villa back on track.
Yeah.
Watkins with the equaliser. Raul Jimenez scored a great header in the 4th, 5th minute.
yeah.
And then he got injured
So
and had
sad,
to come
man.
off the pitch
Oh man.
straight away, which was very sad. Ollie Watkins with a fantastic finish.
Yep.
Finish full of confidence, which something he's definitely been lacking. To chip the keeper like that,
Exactly.
bro, great finish. I was really impressed. And then McGinn scored an absolute screamer. John McGann screamer. It was brilliant,
Yeah.
fantastic goal right in the bottom corner, and he's got that in his locker. That out of the box shot.
Yeah.
He's got it right in his locker. And then some good work from Watkins on the left side, pull a ball across, and Buendia gets the third.
Yeah.
Villa look a lot better. I think they started different. I don't think Roger started this game. I'm not sure. He might have actually, but I didn't. Again,
I know
he didn't have.
Javier Elliott had his first league start.
There we go.
On that
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had some
Gesund as
players
well.
in there. It was a different setup, and they looked a lot better for it. And Watkins gets his goal, which is going to be huge for his confidence. But you look at it, and it's like, well, a lot of their good fixtures are behind them now. So now it's like, where did they go from here? I think they've got, who is it next? Is it Liverpool? No, I'm not sure who they've got next, but they don't have easy games coming up, to be honest. Aston Villa, but it's good that they get their first win. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so I watched a good part of the game as well. I think it was pretty end-to-end, to be fair. I think, obviously, Fulham started amazingly. And Fulham, when they go up, when they attack, the transitions are amazing. I feel like Mark Silva's still the great sort of mindset in terms of that as well.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, Aston Villa, they look more like the old self as well. And obviously, you have the Watkins finish. I think Watkins as well, I feel like he might not have the greatest game, but like if he's in the right position in the box, he's got that striker's instinct.
Yeah.
Like even when you look at his goal for England, took him to the finals, I believe. I think when he came on as a sub.
Yes,
It was a
yeah,
semi,
the
yeah.
Cole Palmer
against
assist.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. That like moments like that, you just know it's
Exactly.
balling
To be fair, they've got Burnley next, but then it's Spurs and City,
Yeah.
Spurs, City, and Liverpool in the 3 after that, which is going to be tough for them to get many points out of. And sorry, the 4 after that. So after Burnley, Spurs, City, Liverpool, Bournemouth,
Oh,
and then they've got Leeds and Wolves.
I think even
back-to-back.
Leeds will be a tough one as
So
well.
yeah. Leeds exactly. Leeds this season are looking really good. The promoted side's looking quite good. A couple of the promoted sides looking quite good. I think Burnley are doing what Burnley usually do, to be honest. But
But
yeah,
not even as bad as usual.
good win. That should have been a pen in my opinion.
Yeah.
Josh King should have won a pen there, but Premier League
What's his back-to-back weeks booking him for
simulation.
simulation?
I don't think this one was a dive.
Yeah.
I thought the one last week was.
Yeah.
But then I remember I was watching with my brother and he felt like, oh no, that's clearly a dive. I was like, no, I don't think.
I think he bought it in terms of he put the ball, he just kicked the ball away and took the
It
contact.
didn't look like he could get round, but I still thought.
But if he gets it away and he comes in, it's a foul anywhere on the pitch. To be honest, if a guy's coming to you, you just kick the ball away and
Exactly.
he kicks you, it's a foul. So
Yeah.
I think he's kind of getting that branding now of being a diver. So
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be getting it from refs. I think they've spoken to each other. It looks like it because for him to give the yellow straight away, because I've seen quite a lot of simulation this season where the yellow's not been given.
Yeah.
But because it was him, I feel like he's got a bit of a reputation for himself now.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Unfortunately. But yeah, good win for Aston Villa. Moving on to the next game, Leeds managed to get a draw with high flying Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Sean Longstaff was the star of the show for me in this game. Wow. Him and Elliot Anderson this season.
Insane.
Newcastle, man. They could have really had these extra gunners on their team. They look so good.
Yeah.
What a finish. Longstaff for his goal to draw it level, I think it was.
Yeah.
Incredible finish on a volley off the post. Antoine Semenyo carries on his fantastic goal scoring form with a brilliant free kick under the wall.
So smart.
What can he not do? What can he not do?
Player, man.
What can he not do? He scored a penalty the week before. He got DEFCON in a game where you know what I mean? He's scoring free kicks now. Like he's doing everything and he's taking his game up to another level and he looks so confident.
I think that big summer move's coming for him for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like he's building up his portfolio the best way possible. Really.
Yeah. He's got a strike on him because that under the wall, there was a player laying down there. He aimed it just left of him, just right of him, whatever it was, and just swatted it. And it was so hard that the keeper had no chance, really and truly. He sees it late, just creeping under the wall. Everyone jumps. You're thinking, "Where's the ball?" Just slips past you.
It's really
on the
net,
floor.
you look.
Incredible, man. But it was a good game. Crazy back and forth fixture. Yeah, I think FPL defenses would have been having nightmares over that one. Senesi managed to get an assist.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
An assist and DEFCON. I think he came away with bonus too. So he came away with quite a big score. Senesi's been quite a big. What's it called? FPL asset this
For
season.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, moving on from Leeds to Bournemouth 2, we're going to go into a bit of a controversial one here. Forest 0, Sunderland 1. Sunderland score early. Who is it? Was the attacking midfielder? What's his name? Aldate?
Yes. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a
like
goal
Fidel
from a
Castro.
set piece.
Yeah.
With a goal from a set piece, I've got to say the free kick that they won was not their free kick. The referee, I can't lie, Nottingham Forest's player got fouled, and the referee gave Sunderland a free kick.
Yeah.
I was so baffled. I was literally watching the game like, that is not a Sunderland free kick, and I love Sunderland. That was not a Sunderland free kick. Granit Xhaka with an absolute piece of the delivery again. The guy's been
Man of the hour.
he's been putting in some absolutely fantastic deliveries.
Honestly, what a signing.
Yeah.
What a signing he's been. I respect it so
And
much.
from behind the scenes as well, he looks like a massive leader. A lot of the young, because Sunderland have a very young squad. A lot of the younger guys look up to him, and I see the way they talk to him, and they follow him. Having a leader like that is so important.
He was
seems
incredible.
like he seems like he's really relishing that role too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's brilliant. Good win for Sunderland. And as I said at the beginning of the season, I really think they can stay up. I think they've got the minerals. I think they've got the minerals. I think they've got the players. They've already got more points than Southampton had last season, the whole year.
That is insane.
Already got more points than Southampton the whole of last season. So, yeah, very good for Sunderland. Forest and just woes continue. They brought in Ange. They thought he was going to change things. He did. He made them worse.
Yeah, and it was who would have seen it coming? Because I just thought they would never ever kick on from getting rid of Espirito Santo. So I think signing Ange, it was a bit of a one step forward, two steps back. Because like we said, I think the one plus of getting him is he's the reigning Europa League winning coach. But to me, he didn't win the Europa League in such a way where I was like, I'd give him the pedigree of, that you might attach to like a Unai Emery if he's coaching your like. To me, I'm thinking Aston Villa got a great chance because they have Emery as the coach.
Exactly.
I don't look at that the same way for Forest in that competition. And in the Premier League, I'm thinking, what Spurs fans, even though they were so split last season with last summer with the sacking of Ange, but I was thinking, no matter which way you split it, your bread and butter, you're playing predominantly, but predominantly the games you're playing in the season is the league. You can't get tortured every other weekend with the kind of, to me, it's like suicide football, the kind of one that and just playing that high line. I just don't think, I don't even know if it's a thing of not having the players for it, or if it's just quite literally, it's not something that works with the league he's in. I can't put my finger on what it is, but he just has to adjust.
I think they were unlucky in this game as well, to be fair. They had a lot of chances.
Chris Wood had that chance as well.
Chris Wood had like 4, I could count. He had like 4.
Bread and butter chances as well.
The last game I had in my team for, I was just crying. I was like, please, just give me one. Give me one. But he's out of the team now.
Yeah.
And I've brought in a talisman. But we'll get into that
I
with
can't
our next segment.
I've been suffering.
Before that, actually, there is a game going on now that we won't be covering.
Yes.
Everton against West Ham, in which Everton are 1-0 up. Through a Michael Keane header, which is what everybody was talking about before the game. People were saying to get in Michael Keane because the type of goal that West Ham have been conceding the most are headers. Specifically, the type of header that Everton have scored a couple times this season. And Michael Keane's obviously a brilliant aerial prowess. Him and Tarkowski. So it looks like they've gone ahead via a set piece. And yeah, it's insane how sometimes you can really predict football, isn't it? I was reading Twitter threads last week, people talking about how Everton could take advantage of West Ham's lack of aerial presence, or in terms of their lack of tactical setup in terms of their aerial presence. But yeah, first game for Nuno in charge of West Ham. Only 1-0 down. It's not too bad, to be fair. They used to be in a couple down at this point. But yeah, moving on from the Premier League roundup, guys. If you're here still, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Always, guys, we're always going to be here bringing some great content for you guys. We're going to try and level it up, but we can only do that if you guys subscribe and support. Keep supporting us the way you have. But yeah, moving on into the FPL corner. Guys,
oh goodness,
bring out your phones.
Please don't make me do this.
Should I take charge? I'll go first this week.
You're itching.
I'm itching for it. I'll go first this week. My team is up on the screen right now. Bing. Rev, I can't lie. If I didn't triple captain Haaland, how many points would I be on right now? I'd be on like 45 something points. But to be fair, the fact that I had Haaland anyways for that massive haul helped in general. Alisson in goal. To be honest, if you asked me before the game, I would have said I don't see a clean sheet, but he's a solid player, and it could have been a game where Liverpool maybe get a goal and this is a low scoring game, but lo and behold, it wasn't. But he did get a couple saves, which managed to get me a point. Yeah, there's 2 points there from Alisson. Reece James with an assist. He was on a clean sheet as well, and it looked like he was in for bonus at 60 minutes when the red card happened. Yes. When I saw Gusto getting ready to come on, I was thanking my lucky stars because I thought Reece James would come off, bank his clean sheet, and have the assist there, and maybe end up with some kind of bonus. But if not, he was on 9 points. He stays on when Gusto comes on. He gets a yellow card. We can see twice. So we can see, 3 times. So he gets another minus and he ends with 3 points. So just the assist points in the end. He would have had 0, but 3 points, I'll take it. Pedro Porro doesn't start the game. It was honestly, Haaland saved me. Pedro Porro doesn't start, comes on for a 1-pointer. Milenkovic gets a yellow card, and obviously Sunderland get their goal Massive fixture. One goal. That was it. They just got their one goal, and then that was it from a set piece that wasn't even a foul. So I'm very unfortunate for Milenkovic. I brought in Foden this week for a -4. Bit stinky. I thought he'd get something, but he played really well. So I'm like, you know what? When I saw the first goal notification pop up, it said Foden. I was like, what? Genius.
Yeah, you put back to it.
Own goal. Lo and behold, it was an own goal. So yeah, very unfortunate. I've still got NDI in there playing.
Do they not get bonus points? Sorry, not bonus points. Do they not get assist points?
He didn't touch it. He didn't touch it. It was Doku that whipped it in, and then it was a straight on goal from the guy. So if he did hit it onto him, then it would have been a Foden assist. But it was a Doku assist. Turned up. I've still got Ndai playing this game. I've had Reinders all season. I think he's a great pick. Semenyo again coming up big for me, and then Joao Pedro and Wood up top with the main man Erling Haaland, who got me most of my points. Very happy with the triple captain play there. I was kind of and ahhing about it beforehand because I wasn't sure about his minutes. But I was on the treadmill again at last minute deadline decision. I always do this in the morning when I'm at the gym. I think it's good to get the blood flowing, man. I always make better decisions when I do that kind of shit. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Triple captain. And I put my phone in my locker and I locked it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to just forget about FPL now. And lo and behold, when he scored those 2 last minute goals, like, what the hell? Bro, I was on for like a stinker triple captain. I was on 15 points from Haaland because he would have just had a single assist.
Yeah.
So it was like, I was like, you know what? I'll take it. I was, you know, when you're trying to reconcile yourself, you're trying to come to terms with what you've done. I was like, it's not too bad. Now I don't need to worry about the triple captainship. We've still got another one second half of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He scores twice. I was jumping up and down, bro. I forgot about the Chelsea loss. I was jumping up and down, bro. I was bare gassed. Haaland saved my week. I'm assuming both of you guys didn't get him the triple cap.
I can't even get him in the team. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, man?
Yes.
Honestly,
After wild card.
man.
I had to do my wild card, so I could have used my triple captain. But I would have did it had I known.
Yeah, that's where I felt like I had to because I had Haaland from the beginning of the season. I went without Salah beginning of the season, and I don't think I benefited because the team around it wasn't in the right setup. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have any Arsenal defenders. I didn't have Bournemouth assets early. I didn't have even, I don't know who else has picked up the second most clean sheets. Crystal Palace, even defenders early on. So, yeah, and I had obviously players like Reece James who kept missing out. So the team around it wasn't great, but I've managed to still be okay to this point. But yeah, it's just a shame I didn't capitalize on having Haaland in my team because it's already night and day. If you chose one or the other, the difference points between Salah and Haaland right now is massive.
Yeah.
So
Honestly.
yeah, it would have been nice if I could have capitalized from my genius, but I didn't, unfortunately. But Haaland is still doing good, and I'm happy to have him on my team. We'll move on to Will next. What do you think, man?
Well, honestly, I've had some really poor game weeks only quite recent. Actually, no, I'm looking at it where we've played 3 games now. So 3 of my game weeks I've had over 50 points. Even 2 of them I've had over 70, but the last couple now I've had like less than 35. I've got Ndai and Pickford both playing.
They're on a clean sheet right now, to be fair, so that could help a lot.
Yeah.
So, you know, potentially for me, I usually think 50-point week is
solid.
It's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I could scrape 45, but yeah, so it just depends what Pickford and Ndai do. Right now, the only people on my team that did anything was Xhaka, 9 points. Okay. I've been saying this, Xhaka is a top differential.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I've had him in.
Yeah, he's been massive. He's been massive for you this season. Every game he's returned, hasn't he?
Literally, no blanks. Crazy to say it.
Every game. So he's getting DEFCON as well as assists and...
Got Enzo Fernandez goal. Finally rewarding my patience. He had those big double-digit hauls, and I brought him in after that, struggling. Then he's doing his thing. But the thing that's really annoyed me is the other people I've been transferring. So Abdul tried to warn me already. Well, it was too late about Elanga. Elanga's come out my team already.
Oh, yeah.
I brought in Dai. So, you know, as it is, I'm fine. Yeah, Pedro, Gyökeres, they've been playing good this season. So recently, they've not been doing their thing. Salah, it's so annoying. Like I didn't necessarily want to captain him, but every time I don't captain him, Salah bags.
Yeah, that was me last season.
Honestly, and you know what? Yeah, with
But to
Salah,
be honest, looking at your team, who else would you have captained? Because you got the Vice Joao Pedro, but he didn't get anything either. To be honest, so unless you captained Jack or Enzo,
you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, it's true.
so you had the right thinking. And if Salah, if FPL wanted to give that goal, the last touch come off Salah.
It did.
So give him the assist. Give him the assist if it's not a handball.
I will say this about Salah though. This was his first blank though. I think maybe the fact he hasn't been lighting it up. You know, you'd assume maybe he's had more, but he's actually
No, he blanked against Arsenal, didn't he? They had the clean sheet point, but he blanked against Arsenal.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, but I'll say other than that, he's got at least 5 points in every game.
Yeah,
so,
true.
You know what I mean? So for obviously for the value for money, not
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
Again,
That's the thing, isn't it?
And then this one, Xavi Simons. I wanted to bring him in on his debut. I just thought maybe he wouldn't play, but then he plays 70 minutes, gets the assist. All of a sudden, he's a bench player.
Yeah.
As soon as I bring him in, you know, the manager doesn't fancy. He plays 77 minutes
against Wolves, but he got the yellow.
Yellow, exactly. So to me, might as well have been on the bench. Pedro Porro, benched.
Yeah.
Cash. I don't know what's the deal with this guy. I benched him last week. He had 10 points. Every time I play this guy, it's nothing. But he had 10 points the one time I bench him.
That's insane, though.
Honestly.
Benching Cash for Sunderland is a mental thing.
I had no, it's because he just kept doing nonsense. And then I had Ronaldo in the team last week.
Yeah,
red card.
true. Oh,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, I just can't. Recently, I can't catch a break.
No, it's calm, though. We're only
can't.
six game weeks in. Still, people forget. 32 game weeks to go. It is a long
Have you seen my bench?
slog. Yeah, your bench is in the mud.
All of them red.
Apart from Ekatike, all of them red.
All of them red. And like, you know what's funny? Ekatike, I made my transfer as soon as he got the red card in real time.
Yeah.
I was thinking to transfer him, but I was like, realistically, I'm not going to set myself back further where I want to bring him back immediately. And I've basically wasted 2-3 transfers. So I was like,
so who do you think will start for Liverpool in the next game?
I mean, Ekatike is in better form, man.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say was, Ekatike is in better form. So I have no problem. Even if he's off the bench or not, the way he's playing, I'll happily keep him in the team.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't want to bring in
better
Isak.
form, but this is my problem. But I'll get into it when I talk about my transfers.
I don't know.
Alvin, we'll talk about your team. Your team will be on screen right now. If that's everything from your team.
Last thing I say is I might wildcard, and I hate wildcarding this early in the season. But you know,
you get two. So you know what I mean. So it's all good. But yeah, go on, bro.
So obviously you can see 60 points. I had to wildcard. I think at least the past 2 weeks haven't been my greatest. I think I started really well, like in most of my leagues. I guess I'm at least in the top 2. Yeah. Obviously in our league, I think I'm currently 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
No, if you ain't joined the Shin Pad, but you're talking about the other league. Yeah. You're 4th in the other league. Yeah.
But so in terms of the team, the transfers I made, so I had Rob Sanchez initially because you had your stretch of games, and then obviously you had the get the red, and then obviously when you get another red, it's not gonna be great. So funny enough, I transferred in Vicario because obviously I was thinking at home to Wolves surely at least keep a clean sheet, but that didn't happen. This is quite unfortunate. I had Gabriel in until like the last minute of last few minutes of the transfer deadline.
And did you think to switch it around?
I was thinking, you know what? I'm thinking Timber might do something in this game. Timber likes to show up against Newcastle normally. Even had that chance as well when Pope made a great save. I think Zubmeni dinked it in and he just headed it, but then Pope saved it. But then obviously, kudos to Gabriel. Spence had a good few returns in the first few weeks, so I've kept him in. Again, assuming that Wolves weren't going to do much. Senesi was a new addition.
Senesi's a fantastic asset.
Yeah, for sure.
I've just brought him in.
Yeah. I have Tarkowski as well. Obviously, he's playing tonight. I know he got the yellow, but obviously
he will end on DEFCON. He will always end on DEFCON.
It's true.
Mr. 4, he always gets DEFCON. He always, if they get a clean sheet, then he will end up with bonus. The guy's an absolute animal. I think he's got DEFCON in every fucking game, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, him and Senesi, I think, are like top 2, I think, in terms of DEFCON.
Yeah, and they're on a clean sheet right now, so he's going to be sweet.
And then I added the Rangers as well.
Yeah.
Semenyo.
So you managed to fit in Haaland and Salah into your team?
Yeah. So I was gonna, because I think Salah, like you said, he can scam a GA out of nowhere. Like he's just that kind of. I say scam, obviously. Like, I think he's obviously got the minerals and stuff, but I feel like he...
Definitely scam.
Yeah.
We'll keep it with scam.
Each
But
to their own.
I can't, like you said, if Salah's on my team, you have his sister who score, he might even get a hat-trick. I feel like he's like a staple to have in your team. Like he's,
Liverpool play for him as well.
Exactly.
So he's likely to be involved in something in one way or another.
because I think when you guys first started, when you had when you started integrating words to the team, like you guys started paying through words more, so a lot of people thought Salah wouldn't get as much service and would have to try and create
But
something out of
now
thin
they
air.
found out worse
Exactly.
is a bum.
Yeah, oh, mate.
They've gone back to something. I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
I'm sensitive, man.
It's that Bundesliga tax, man. But then,
you look like you've got a good setup now, to be honest. Two Bournemouth guys in there. I see the City guys in place.
Kudus again.
Kudus, João Pedro. Kudus could have come away with a goal, in my opinion.
Yeah, he did. Krupi Jr. on the bench. That's because funny because when I added into my team, I was like, he might, I think he could probably do an assist or whatnot, but I didn't see him scoring.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't lie. Having Salah and Haaland seems like a good way to go because there's no other I feel like the expensive strikers are a bit. The expensive midfielders are a bit. Apart from Salah, apart from.
Most of the good ones left the league this summer, in my opinion.
Yeah,
look at that, the likes of Son or Diaz.
Yes, exactly. So those are the guys you'd look at maybe. So the next guys to come in haven't started emerging fully yet. There's good cheaper options, which is why I feel like having the both guys in there isn't a bad call at all.
Yeah.
Because you do have guys like Aranders who's, I don't know, like 6 million now, it's still worth it. Cheap defenders as well. Senesi, I think, started at 4.5. He's at 4.8 now.
Yeah.
Still worth it. So yeah, I think Salah and Haaland drafts are definitely viable. You have a captain for any week now, and I'd definitely captain Salah for Chelsea away.
Yeah.
100%. 1,000% I'd captain for Chelsea away. I think he scores at least twice in that game.
I don't know. Like I'm always a huge fan of Salah.
Do you know who we have at centre back?
I can't see him.
Do you know who we have at centre back?
I can't see him doing it. I don't
We've
know
got
why.
an average age of 19 at centre back.
Wow.
I'm being honest. We're
Just
gonna have to
because
play Achampong and Hato.
When's Colwell back from injury?
I think it's out
Cole's
long term.
ACL, bro. Cole's not back till March, bro.
Jesus.
We're not even thinking about
man.
Cole right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and Chalobah's out for the game now.
Yeah.
Red card.
Jesus.
And he's one of our best defenders, in my opinion. He gets slated online, but he's
Crazy
such
stick,
a solid
but I feel
player.
like he's
He always gets crazy stick, but he's always there for us, always defending well. And he's matured a lot from last season as well. Bro, we sent him on loan, brought him back, and he changed our season.
He did, yeah.
So for all the fans out there that are slating Chalobah, go do one, innit?
I echo thoughts totally.
Yeah,
totally.
It's bullshit. It's such bullshit. But yeah, if there's nothing else to add, and that's you done with your team,
that's all me.
I want to talk about going forward to next week. What kind of transfers people want to make? I might have moved fast, but my head was gone already from this weekend's action, and I decided to take out Milenkovic, obviously, and Chris Wood. I took out Milenkovic, Chris Wood, and I replaced him with Senesi and Alexander Isak, which is a big risk.
Yes, man.
It's a massive risk, but I think playing against Everton coming on looked all right. I know in this game, obviously, he wasn't looking sharp, but he still managed to get 80 minutes. And if you're building up his fitness and he's a 100 and something odd million signing, Chelsea, in the moment that they are, for a striker who needs confidence, I think it's the perfect game for him.
Yeah, makes sense. It does.
Spacing behind, he'll have for sure. They're gonna be. I'm telling you right now, Liverpool on the weekend. If they come with any sort of half decent performance, 4-5-0.
Wow.
At the bridge.
I'm being
11 mil.
real.
No,
I'm
I
being
don't-
so real.
I don't see that happening, bro.
I'm being so real. 11 minutes at the bridge. I'm being so honest. I swear to God.
No, because
Mark my words.
No,
Roll it back. I'm telling you now. Roll it back. This weekend, when Liverpool come to Stamford Bridge, it's going to be a rout. That's why I thought to bring in Isak. But to be fair, I was looking more at his longer term fixtures. So even if he doesn't play in this one, they've got United after, Brentford after that. It's the start of quite a decent run for Liverpool now. So I think he'll play in a lot of those games.
Yeah.
Took the risk on him a bit early, but I didn't see anybody else in and around that price. And if I was going to buy somebody else and then go to him, I've already got Haaland and João Pedro. So that third slot was kind of always going to be open for whoever. And I thought, you know what?
it's an elite three strikers for you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It seems very good on paper, but we'll see how it goes. I am definitely starting him against Chelsea, though. Might even captain him against Chelsea. I'm not even joking. I swear to God, I'm not even joking. But what about you guys? What kind of what plans have you got for the future?
So I think at least for me, I mean it's harsh obviously because João Pedro, for example, the last 2 games he's had, we can only do so much with one man less or 2 man with Enzo on the pitch as well.
Jared Bowen's just equalised, by the way, 1-1.
Oh man,
that's a stinger. I was
insane.
actually thinking of actually having him in the team as well.
Jared Bowen looks like his left-footed shot from the edge of the box.
Wow.
And they've just reached the 60th. Oh man,
that's a shame.
End this game week, man. I'm getting no love. I'm gonna finish.
Speaking of, what have you guys got for the future plans or what's going on?
I'm looking to maybe swap out João Pedro because I don't see him doing much against Liverpool. Against that defense.
Yeah, but that's the one game I think we've got Forest and then Sunderland after that. 2 very good fixtures.
True. Sunderland as well. I think I can probably see him doing something against Nottingham Forest, but I think Sunderland will be a hard team.
Yeah,
to break
Sunderland will be a hard team for sure. But Forest, he can definitely get covered.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to make any rash decisions, but I feel like he's next on the chopping block. I would say currently.
But your boy hasn't bagged the last 2 games either, isn't it?
He was gone as well. I can't lie. It's hard to see my boy
because that's your whole team name.
Exactly.
Your whole team name's after him, so
and he's not in the team. It's almost a crime. But I knew I know. I guess watching Gyökeres so far, I feel like listen away game at tough ground. For example, I mean, arguably with your Old Trafford, your Anfield, your St James Park. I knew he wasn't at least going to score. It's sad to say because I feel like he's still adapting. But don't get me wrong, I feel like this has probably been his best game this season. Gyökeres. I feel like in terms of his touches, in terms of his link-up play, he looked a lot more sharper than like when he first started. So I feel like
but still,
West Ham,
still very laboured. Very laboured. 50 kg vest. That's what I saw
that. It's funny because he had a few chances as well. Like when he goes to shoot, I feel like you can tell he's kind of still used to like speed of the Portuguese, the Premier League. Because it's like he would like take all time to actually let that shot off. And by the time he's he's shooting,
Premier got to let it off.
Exactly, literally.
That's my same criticism with Florian Wirtz. It's he's like every time I see him get into positions where you've already said it on the pod as well. He's not capitalizing on the chances he gets because he takes his time to let it go, and because of that, it's very easy to then say, "Oh, where's the killer instinct? Where's this and that?" But for me, it's like I was watching these games at Leverkusen. He's so decisive with his decision making. That was like, even in preseason, I like stuff I've seen stuff, but
I'm seeing Jackson with.
But I'm seeing it in the Champions League as well. That's why I was like, that's why everyone thought, he's gonna cook against Atletico. I was like, to me, he plays best football. But like you just said as well, you can see the speed of the stuff is going in there. But Gyökeres, I'm actually similar boat to you. I don't want to take him out because to me, I look at his stats. He eats against bottom half of the table teams.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm even considering captaining him. But the bigger picture is, I'm tempted to press this wildcard button as we're talking on the pod. I'm fighting the urge to because I'm like, I've got a bunch of players who they got decent fixtures. I've got Spurs players playing against Leeds. I've got obviously Gyökeres at home. João Pedro and Ekitike is very interesting because I feel like even when I take out, I feel like they could do something. But
I'd say when you're looking at your players, rather than the 1 week window, look at like a 3-4 week window.
I like to, but so far that's not been going well for me. So I need to switch it up, man.
Fair enough.
I might need to. So I really can't see myself wildcarding. But knowing me, I will just use 1 free transfer. If I do 1 free transfer, I need to take out one Basaka.
Bro, I've been on the -4 run.
He's got a stomach problem for 3 weeks.
Ever since he came back from Congo, he hasn't been the same, man.
What did he eat? What did he eat there? What did he eat there? A 3-week stomach. Get out of him, man.
Hey, that mystery meat. That mystery meat's got him good, bro.
Potter don't like him or something, man. Just saying.
He don't.
Yeah,
He
but
didn't
Potter's
rate
out
him,
now.
to be fair. He didn't rate him before that. But if we've not got anything else to add, lads, is that, we're all good?
Yeah, all good.
Lads, thank you again for another week of the Shin Pad Podcast. That's been us. It's been me, your host, Abs. My boy Alvin, my boy Will. I didn't call him Temi this time. As always, subscribe, like, and
Please
always
share.
wear protection. Peace out.